11th standard English students. Now we are going to learn about articles. So what is the articles here? A and the. First, let's compare and and before singular countable nouns. So before singular countable nouns, if we have it, just we can use a, otherwise an. So here an, for example, an apple, a pencil. So an apple, a pencil. Here I told no. So an apple, a. So that's vowel pronunciation. A E I O U. That's we know that. So we have to read that word, pronounce the word. Just we have to use an. The before that singular countable nouns. Before singular, otherwise countable nouns, we can use an, otherwise a. So here, for example, an apple. Apple, a is a vowel. So we can use an. Pencil, a pencil. So consonant sound. So singular pencil, but that is consonant sound, so we can use a. We use a before words which begin with consonants. Yes, where will you use and when will you use a before words which begin with consonant? For example, a doctor, a big car, a girl. So a doctor, a big car, a girl. So that's a singular noun, countable. Singular noun and countable. So here we can read the word doctor, so that consonant sound d, b, g, so we can use a. We also use a before you when it sounds like the word you and before. We also use a before you, so before the letter, so you, we can use a also, so when it sounds like the word you and before you. So for example, sounds like you starts with you, university, and university is not a university, so that's some exception. So that's we have known that, just we have to recall. A university sounds like you starts with you, university, a university, so that's consonant sounds only. And next, sounds like you starts with you, a European city, yeah, European city. We use and before words which begin with vowels. We use and before words which begin with vowels a, e, I, o, u. An apple, an interesting film, interesting I. Okay, so an apple. So that's we know that. And we also use and before words that begin with a silent H. So and we can use, but there is no vowel letter, but pronunciation vowel sound. So we can use before the words that in singular noun, we can use and. Silent H, for example, silent H, hour, and hour, an, and hour. Okay, hard H, house, a house, hard H, house, a house. So here we can use consonant, our house. So here difference, so that's here consonant sound, so we can use a. Next, let's compare a and the. Mary, I bought a CD player and a TV yesterday. I bought a CD player and a TV yesterday. Joe, was the CD player expensive? Was the CD player? So the, so here before the particular are repeated nouns and general groups, always common noun. If you are mentioned, we can use the, the. Okay. For example, the school, the poor, the rich, the award-winning books, the sun, the Taj Mahal. So we can use that familiar, that otherwise commonplace. Also we can use the before a particular or repeated nouns and general groups. We can use that's common now. The we usually use a and with a noun to talk about a person or thing for the first time. We usually use a and with a noun to talk about a person or thing for the first time. Yeah, CD player. So first time if you want to use no, so a. So repeatedly again you want to use the noun. So the we can use. So that's why I have said to you a and the where will you use. So that's first time a CD player. Again you want to mention no, so the we can use. We usually use the when we talk about the person or thing again. Yes. When we talk about the person or thing again, we can refer the. The CD player, yes, the CD player, the one that Mary bought. However, there are some special uses of a or and the. A and the. So special uses of we use a and with prices, frequency and speeds. Frequency and speeds. Prices, it cost 2 a liter. So frequency and cost we can use. Prices, it cost 2 a liter. Frequency, I drink about 3 cups of coffee a day. That frequency often in routine work. So we can use a. Yeah, I drink about 3 cups of coffee a day. Speeds, you are driving at 90 miles an hour. Okay, and or that's article here. And H, but there is no vowel letter but vowel pronunciation. Just we have to read aloud. We use a and before 100,000 and million. That amount, the particular amount, if you are mentioned, we can use a, otherwise and. So where will you use a and? For example, 100 people, 1,000 days. 100 people, 1,000 days. We use a and for talking about jobs. We use a and for talking about jobs also we can use. I am a bank manager. So that's talking about work, job. I am a bank manager. I am a teacher. I am a lawyer. So that's work professions. You can, if you want to say to anyone, uh, anyone, just you have to use that article a. I am a bank manager. We use the when there is only one of something. We use the when there is only one of something. May I turn on the TV? Where is Mary? She's in the kitchen. So particular, so that common place, if you are mentioned, we can use the. Already we have learned. We use the with musical instruments. We use the we use the with musical instrument also we can use the. I play the guitar. I play the guitar. Jan plays the violin. So, okay. So if you are mentioned any instrument, before the instrument you have to use the. Okay. So just what we have learned is article a and before singular and countable nouns. Okay, we can use for example an apple, a pencil. Okay, and for the first time, a and for the first time, the for repeated nouns. I saw a man. For example, I saw a man and his son. The man was blind. I saw a man. The first time, if you are mentioned, that we can use the consonants a article. Second time again you want to repeat, no, so we can use the article the man was blind. I saw a man and his son. The man was blind. A before consonant sound. A before consonant sound. A pencil, a 1 rupee note, a unit. Okay, so we can use a be a graduate, a university, a union, a utility item, a moment's rest, a famous doctor. So that's a particular, that is a consonant sound. Just we can use and before vowel sound. So just don't see that vowel letter. We have to read the words, then we can use the article. Okay, before vowel sound, that's a e I o u. If we have to that vowel sound, we can use an apple, an umbrella, an hour, an mla, an mpa, an ECG record, an FA degree, an IAS officer, for example, an LP record, an MLA, an OPEC country, okay, and SSLC, but there is no vowel letter, but pronunciation, the sound it makes vowel sound. Okay, an SSLC candidate, an X-ray picture, so we can use easily. This is usage an airplane, an eagle, an ice cream, an orange, and an exceptional here. An hour ago, an honest man, an hour, an MLA, an MP, and hotel. And usage exception Japanese, a university, so that's for a consonant sound. A university, a European, a one-way street, a 1 o'clock, a useful thing. So this is exception. Okay, so again I repeat that the before a particular repeated nouns and general groups, that's common group. If we have it, just we can use the. For example, the school, the poor, the rich, the award winning books. Okay, so before a particular and repeated nouns and general groups for only one of its kind, the sun, the Taj Mahal, that famous, that very familiar place, if you have it, just you can use the. Okay, for example, a particular repeated nouns. I saw a boy. First I saw a boy, then repeated the again the boy want to come. The boy was blind. Unique object. The sun, the star, the sky. That is a unique object. Common place. The post office, the railway station, the police station, the bus stand. So that's common place. We can refer the superlative degree also. Before the superlative degree, we can use the. For example, adjective plus est, that degrees of comparison we have learned. Large, largest, the largest. One of the biggest. So one of the is a degrees of comparison rule. So one of the est. Okay. Holy books also. The Bible, the Bhagavad Gita, the Quran. We can use famous buildings. If you are mentioned, you can use the Taj Mahal, the Red Fort. This is a famous building. Not only building the famous building. So if you are mentioned any famous place, whatever it is, we can use the. And ocean, the Arctic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, rivers, the Ganges, the Vaigai, seas, the Arabian Sea, the Bay of Bengal, mountains, the Himalayas, the Alps. Music instrument, just now we have learned. Before the music instruments, we can use the veena, the guitar, the violin. Okay, students, we have clearly understood what is the articles, where will you use a and where will you use and where will you use the. So that is a vocabulary testing, that is a lexical competency, so it is very important to all. Thank you, students.